Hi, my name is Ron Watson, and I'm here to talk to you today about why I think you should support Amendment 2 and why I support Amendment 2. I've been a lobbyist in Tallahassee for over 25 years. I've actually represented doctors and dentists for over 20 years of that. A lot of people ask me why I care so much about this. I lost my 8-year-old son, Dylan Montgomery Watson, to leukemia after a brave 14-month battle. I've seen suffering like you wouldn't believe, and when you have something like that in your life, it changes what you think is important. I'm trying to make a difference in other people's lives so no other parent may have to bury their child like I did. This is very important to me. But I also have a mom that has Parkinson's disease. I also have a best friend in college who has Crohn's disease. I have many friends and family members that would benefit from this. And I have a feeling you have many friends and family who would benefit from this as well. This is going to help seniors. It's going to help your neighbors. It's going to help people that don't even realize that this is going to help them yet. Once the educational piece comes out and once we start informing seniors of how this is really going to ease your suffering, I have a feeling it's going to make a big difference. Hi, now I'd like to talk about the specific conditions that are listed within Amendment 2. There are 10 specific conditions listed as well as allowing the doctor to determine other similar conditions, and let me read them to you. Debilitating medical condition means cancer, epilepsy, HIV, AIDS, PTSD, ALS, Crohn's, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, or other debilitating medical conditions of the same kind or class as comparable to those enumerated, and for which a physician believes that the medical use of marijuana would likely outweigh the potential health risk for a patient. This is real medicine, and it is going to actually treat these specific conditions listed. This is not a ruse. This is medicine that will help others. Let me address the No on 2 campaign's commercials. Very hard to listen to because it's so full of misstatements. Let me address the first one. Candy for kids, pot candy on every corner. Although edibles will be allowed under the definition of medical marijuana under Amendment 2, it will not be marketed toward children. It will not be sold next to schools. However, there is an opportunity for that form, it's called routes of administration, to actually be utilized by children. It could also be utilized by elderly. It could also be utilized by the infirm. Most people think of medical marijuana as just being able to be smoked. There are so many different routes of administration that are being developed even as we speak. There will be gels, there'll be creams, there'll be patches, there'll be pills. There will most likely be edibles. And yes, there might be the smoking form as well. That will be up to the doctor and the patient to decide what is the best form of that medicine being ingested into their body. Now I'd like to address the No on 2 campaign's statements about no prescriptions and no pharmacists and no medical standards. That is not the case whatsoever. As a Schedule I drug, they're not allowed to use the term prescription. Only medical doctors and osteopathic physicians will be allowed to certify or recommend a patient for use, and only if they have one of the specifically listed medical conditions. Those are medical standards. Every doctor has to be licensed in the state of Florida. They have a review board. They have all kind of disciplinary proceedings. There will be medical standards. There will be a recommendation by a physician, and the only reason pharmacists aren't involved is because it's a Schedule I drug and they're not allowed to touch it. That's what medical marijuana treatment centers are for, and when they say 2,000 will be around the state, we don't really know the number. They imply that there will be no local control whatsoever. The present law that Florida has right now allows growing and processing to be decided by the state, but it leaves the retail locations up to the local governments. I would imagine that would continue moving forward. There will be proper regulation of this. There will be medical standards, there will be physician recommendations, and there will be tightly controlled regulation. Please vote yes on Amendment 2. Another issue that the No on 2 campaign will talk about is that this is the next pill mill explosion in Florida. You know how we stopped pill mills in Florida? We started tracking the doctor. Once we started tracking the doctor and identifying some of the bad actors, it's amazing the difference that it made. Guess what? With medical marijuana from day one, both the patient and the doctor will be tracked. No patient is allowed to receive any medication until the doctor has actually put their name into an online tracking system. And that is the only way that a patient that shows up at a medical marijuana treatment center would be authorized to actually receive any product. Amendment 2 takes what the legislature has done and makes it really work for a whole lot of more people. My son probably would not have benefited from what the law says now, and that's why I believe the constitutional amendment is really needed to try to help so many other people. I truly believe in this amendment, and I think that you should vote for it. I'm a Republican, and I'm encouraging my Republican friends to do the right thing on this. I know John Morgan is a big Democrat, and I probably disagree with him on 90% of almost every other issue, but on this particular issue I'm very thankful for his generosity and his support of something that I believe will really help change a lot of people's lives. It's not every day you get a chance to make a difference in somebody's life, and I'm here today to try to help you understand why voting yes on this is the right thing to do.